I want to share my practice from love and from how I experience it in my own time. But still remember that this is simply a guide for you to carry out your practice in the best way. So, let's start in the 4-point position. I am going to place my hands shoulder width apart. I will start with the happy cat pose. Exhale, angry cat. Inhale, happy cat. I exhale, angry cat. Well, I'm going to make a couple more happy cats and angry cats at my own pace, with my own movement. Circle to the right. Seeking that small moment, that subtle feeling in the body. If there is a spot in the space of my body, in my physical body, that feels good, I can stay there, stretching. Change direction. I move my body in all the directions of the joints, passing through all the spaces. I will inhale, bringing the right arm towards the sky. I exhale, bringing the hand under the armpits. I stay here. I inhale, noticing how my ribs inflate, how they widen. I exhale and melt onto the mat. I inhale once more. I exhale. I push with my left hand, lifting my right arm toward the sky. I exhale, starting to make large circles. The supporting hand keeps pushing the floor. I inhale, bring the right arm forward, fingers active. I lengthen the right arm. Exhale, return backward. And this creates a movement from the scapula, this large bone here in the back, at the upper part. And at all times, my abdomen is contracted, pulling in the belly button, creating this flat back, flat, and not sticking out the butt. Exhale, 4 counts. Inhale, move to the other side. Open wide completely. Exhale, hand under the armpit. Good. Inhale, here. All my hair came to my face. Ah. And I exhale. As I exhale, I feel the emptiness completely, pulling the belly button inward. Last cycle here. I inhale, raise my left arm, and start making circles forward. The shoulder is aligned with the wrist. And in the next exhalation, I bring my arm parallel to the floor. I inhale, push my left arm far, exhale, and return. It should not be a movement like this, but rather far away. I really want to stretch like this. I continue doing this movement and bring the hands back to 4 points. I inhale, lift knees, sway from one side to the other. I contract my abs. Exhale, downward facing dog. I can walk here in the downward facing dog. Good. I bring my gaze between my hands, and as I exhale, I walk my feet towards my hands. I release my head. I can move my torso from one side to the other, allowing me to release. I bend my knees a little, trying to bring my torso more over my thighs. Here, I look forward, and I am going to walk to a board. On this table, I push the floor, bend my knees, stick out my butt as much as I can, bend my elbows outward, bring my chin forward and down, Ashtangasana. I stay in the Ashtangasana pose. I inhale, upward facing dog, abdomen resting on the floor. I exhale, bring the buttocks towards the heels, forehead to the floor. I inhale, Return to the 4-point posture, and this time I will move my hands forward. The buttocks and knees do not move. I walk, inhale, exhale, lower the armpit. I bring the forehead towards the floor. Here, I am going to inhale. Feel how my ribs lengthen. And on exhalation, I allow gravity live and transcend in my body, allowing my chest to subtly open toward the earth. I inhale. My chest inflates. I exhale. It lowers again. The posture is a bit complicated for breathing, but it is healing for opening the chest. To remind us even that in difficult moments, you can always breathe with calmness. If we stay calm, everything will flow better, right? We smile. I inhale, look forward, and with my hands, I subtly walk back. Shoo. I'm going to make circles to the right side, including my head, my shoulders, my torso. Change direction. I make sure to go through all the angles of the joint. I move into the downward facing dog again, and on an exhale, I bend my knees. I'm going to walk my feet outside of my hands into the Malasana pose. In this pose, I find it hard to lower my heels because I have very little flexibility. If this is happening to you, you have two options. Or fold your yoga mat. If you are not using a yoga mat, you can use a blanket. The arm towards the sky, and the exhalation brings the palms of the hands together in front of the heart. I close my eyes. With the elbows, I push the knees, and the knees push the elbows, seeking that balance between the closing of the knees and the pushing of the elbows. My exhalation releases completely, meaning my knees no longer push, and the elbows are simply accompanying this posture. I take a deep breath. I bring attention to the brow center. I think about an intention for the day of the class, of my practice. Some subtle phrase, a phrase full of love that you will want to remember for yourself during this practice. Meanwhile, I remain present at the moment in which I focus on the breath. The posture does not hurt. It is not felt. I slowly open my eyes, lower my hands to the floor. On the exhalation, I stretch my knees again. But let's not think so much about stretching the knees, but more about lengthening the lower back. So, why not? I bend my knees more. I inhale with my chest and ribs forward, and on the exhale, I try to go far. I move the weight of the ischium backwards and upwards, and here I walk in place, stretching and bending one knee and then the other. You can move your tail from side to side. This feels super good, guys. Okay, inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, walk backward. If you have a yoga mat like I do, unroll it now. I go into a downward facing dog. I inhale, lift my right foot up to the sky. As I exhale, I bring my foot between my hands, place it gently, fingers on the floor. I inhale, push, stretch. I start to rock back and forth.
All right, I'm going to step the right foot out. I inhale like a happy cat. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, happy cat. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, happy cat.
I move the pelvis from one side to the other. I will continue sitting, bringing the heel back. I walk my hand forward and extend this part here. Push and release. All right. With the right foot, with my left hand, I will keep spinning. I will go to the staff pose. Inhale, long. Exhale, bend knees, seated forward bend. Stretch far away. I can grab the toes. And here, I'm not focusing so much on going down like this, because I think going down is quite easy. If not, rather generate the space, in growing, in giving the body. I remain in the pose, right? In giving the body that feeling of discovering new spaces within this physical body we inhabit. I think that's the nice thing about Paschimottanasana, right? A couple more breaths. I lift it back up. Good. And we'll go back the way we came. That is, there is the foot. I bend the right one, place the sole of the right foot, left hand on the floor, and I turn. I inhale, stay. I exhale, turn towards the board, and with my right foot, I walk, 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 walk forward. Place my left knee. Good. I inhale, lift my left foot, left heel to the floor. I inhale, I rise. If this is not possible, I can place my forearm here and exhale while bringing the left arm around the back. If I can, I hook, but I might fall here. The toes are completely open, rooted to the earth. Okay, hands to the floor. Right foot steps back. Inhale, open side plank, lift the hip. I stay here. If I can, I bring both feet together. If not, I stay in this pose. Plank. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Walk in place. Inhale. Lift the left leg and on the exhale, bring the knee to the center of the chest. With subtlety and lightness, place the foot between my hands. I balance and move back and forth in a runner's pose. Whenever I do this pose, I like to think about where I want to go. What is my direction in life? I place my right knee on the floor and open with my left foot outward in the lizard pose. Here, I will lower the pelvis and push down and forward. I move from side to side, very gently, with lots of love for the hip as well. I walk with the foot outward. Lift the sole of the left foot, right hand in the middle. Inhale, push, open the knee. The hip keeps lowering. And now I'm going to bring the right iliac crest towards the floor. The left foot becomes rigid. And extend the right side. I'm going to turn around, okay? Oof. And here I let it drop. Normally, in the whole class we have been working on, pushing with the shoulder. But here we are, simply trying to, release, so that it also lengthens on the right side, right? All right. And now, left foot, right foot. Activate the flex. Push with the outer edge of the foot and lift the pelvis up to stay in a side plank. I can stay here. I try to place my shoulder over my wrist. Okay. I maintain. Okay. I go back and forth to seated forward bend pose. I inhale and exhale. I fold myself. And here, I try to move the ribs forward. And exhale. I try to maintain that extended space. I inhale, I lengthen. And I exhale to try lowering my knees a bit. My breathing is calm and steady. inhaling, exhaling that air. Each time I inhale, I am aware of the places where there is tension. I direct the oxygen to the areas of tension, and on the exhale, I release, I relax, allowing myself to find that tranquility in this posture. It is said that Paschimottanasana greatly works on the root chakra, the chakra that is related and intimately connected with security. So, let's all find that security within ourselves through breathing, through this moment. Slowly, I open my eyes and exhale as I let go. I move my shoulders from side to side, returning to the physical body, because I feel that I left after this seated forward bend. I bend my knees and move to all fours. I'm going to bring the heels to the tail, sit in a comfortable position. It could be in Virasana posture or simply cross-legged, whatever feels more comfortable. Honestly. And I feel more comfortable in Virasana. I inhale, raise the right arm, and on the exhale, I will flex the right arm. I will bring the elbow behind my head. I inhale, push with my head. Breathe. Again, I focus on stretching. Oh, it feels so good to stretch the shoulder. I stretch. I always try to lift, to lengthen my back. No matter the position you are sitting in, but try, if you are like I am, try to push with the heels, with the back, of the foot upwards. The ribs seek to go upwards. Good. Switch sides. Inhale, now lift it up and on. Exhale, bend. My hand is in the middle shoulder blade. All right. I release. Ugh. I move the chest. I'm going to the other side. If everyone is like this, perfect. If not, sit in this position. I inhale, raise my arms up. I exhale. I will lengthen to the right side, keeping the sight bones on the floor. Bringing the chest to the left, I inhale, come back up, and exhale as I switch sides. I move my left arm forward. Step, 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 and change sides.
I'm going to take my right arm back, finger pointing back, as if holding a flag, and push back. I stretch the elbow.
Phew, it feels really good. Stretch the whole arm completely. I exhale. Walk back the way I came. Fingers back, and I try to move my left arm as far back as I can. I'm heading back the way I came again. And I am going to twist to the right side with my torso. And to the other side. I'm going to bend the right leg, stretch the left foot. I inhale, raise my arms. I exhale, fold forward. If this is not possible, I can stay here holding it. In fact, I think today I will stay here because a body feels this way and, guys, we are listening to the body. Like, if the body tells you that this is where you need to be, always treating the body with lots of love. Lower the right knee to the floor. Inhale, exhale, twist. And here, I don't know if it's visible, but I'm using the fingertips of my right arm. This allows me to keep my back straight. The left foot should be in flex. I return to my center, and on the exhale, I fold. Phew. Today, I'm really vibing with the forward bend posture. Usually, I tend to avoid it, but it seems like I'm starting to make friends with them, embracing them, and finding that very characteristic union between Shiva and Shakti, feminine and masculine energy. And now I turn it upwards. Now I switch sides. Inhale, grow, exhale, and bend to the other side. And now, if your hand reaches your feet, you can give a gentle massage to the sole of your foot. If you wish, over your leg. Why not? On the scalp. Inhale. Now I come back up and exhale with the left foot on the floor. Inhale. I grow and I stay. The idea in this position is to try to keep the back straight as well, without the help of my hands. So, the fingertips are not helping to push, but at the same time, I seek that strength in the abdomen to hold my back on the same axis, and I also use the muscles of my back. I relax the mouth, the muscles of the face, and slowly I release. With the soles of my feet together, I inhale, exhale, I fold forward. Similarly, here try to lengthen. Extend. Don't be afraid to extend. Don't be afraid to explore the pose. Even if it doesn't look so good or so difficult, only one knows the small sensations one can find in the body. You need to balance from one side to the other. Do it. The sit bones remain supported on the floor. Torso to one side and towards the other. I breathe in, I grow, I breathe out and fold. I let go completely. My body is receptive, willing, mindful to the small sensations, even the most subtle ones. I inhale my body, and on the exhale, I go to my Shavasana pose. I calmed my breathing. I take a deep breath. I exhale, melting onto the mat, allowing my muscles to slide over the bones. With that feeling that the body melts onto the mat, creating a single consistency, a single material. A subject in union. And the union is yoga. The mind with the body and spirit. I focus my attention on my frown. I focus on the way the body releases its tension thanks to gravity. thanks to my mind also allows him being in this moment of meditation, of peace. In this divine moment, full of grace, of love, almost as if we were floating. It's a peace. Very difficult to acquire. Peace. Stay in your shavasana as long as you need. And thank you for doing this practice with me. A giant smile for this moment you dedicated to yourself. See you in the next class.